And I wasn't going to go live tonight, but here I am. Because we have Eclipse. What's so exciting about Eclipse? Well, nothing. Hang on, my buddy's calling me. Gotta bring you up here. Hang on. We're getting there. Yes, here we go. Hey, James. Hey, Larry. Eclip Madness. I was trying to work this out ahead of time, and I was getting frustrated. And let me turn this down. There we go. Okay. So I've got these Eclip assortments. This one's from Dorman. I got this at Pep Boys, and this one is actually from Harbor Freight. Okay, Larry. Thanks. Just so everybody knows, Larry's called dibs on the 394 parts. Did I get the crank? No. Supposedly the guy shipped it out 2 days ago, but the tracking number still is not working. So I'm really upset. I'm like, what the heck? Anyway, I wanted to show something. So this assortment here has 1/8, 5/32, 3/16, 5/16. Somehow it skips over a quarter inch. Well, quarter inch is here, so somehow it transposed the two. I don't know why. 3/8 and then half. So I'm obviously out of the 3/16 clips, mainly because I use them on the adjusters, the chain adjusters, instead of using these dumb O-rings. These plastic things degrade over time. The OEM ones do anyway. So I just got tired of that. Anyway, what I figured I'd do was there's a bit of a mystery here because this one here, 1/16, 1/8, 1/4, and 3/16. So one of these bags is supposedly 3/16, 1/8, and 1/16. Okay. So here's a 3/16 drill bit. Or rather, we'll go back. This came out of here, 3/16. If I use this clicks on here like perfect. Click. So this makes like an ideal holder for a chain adjuster, a chain tensioner. And that came out of here. So pause that for a second. Go to here, 3/16. These are supposedly 3/16. And these are way too big. So then I'm like, wait a minute. Get a 3/16 drill bit. And it actually goes right on perfect. So what the heck dimension are those? what dimension are these and what dimension are those if not stated the stated dimensions? That is indeed a 3/16 Eclip. Put that back in these back in the bag here. Does this fit on here, on this drill bit? No, it does not. So maybe 5/32. Let's try that. Of course, I don't have a 5/32 drill bit. Maybe I do. This is so doggone boring, but this is the stuff that I go through all the time. Stupid stuff. $5/32. Actually, better yet, $9/64. Well, that's friggin' fantastic. So a 5/32 is going to be slightly too big. But that's okay, because you can snake down a 5/32. So this is actually 5/32. So then what the devil are these? So the other dimension, 5/32, 1/8. 1/8, I got that. Yep, that's 1/8. That's this one, so that measures up there. So far, this box is labeled correctly. This box appears to not be labeled correctly. I'm going to guess that this is actually 1/8. Careful. Yep. Tight, but it does it. Okay. So this is actually these are 1/8, not 5/32. So these are definitely too small. I can remove all those out of there. Drill bit slightly magnetic, so. And effectively, all these got to be transferred over here. What a pain. Because those are for sure smaller. I think those are 16th. This is 5/32, which I've got one left of. Two left, actually. Those are the important ones. This is 1/8. Those are probably 16th. Let's check there. Or possibly even 5/64ths. Possibly even 3/32. I don't know. Here's a 16th. No, they're bigger. They're too big for that. They fit on 3/32. Those are 3/32. Hey, Craig. I'm actually reorganizing my Eclips because apparently somebody labeled them wrong from the factory. I'll actually spread these out between these two boxes now. Yeah, I didn't dump them all over the place, thank goodness. But these are not 16th, these are 3/32. What I actually need are 5/32. I need a whole pile of them, ideally, because they go perfect on the chain tensioners, the chain adjusters. The 5/32 ones. But I thought they were 3/16, so I bought this assortment knowing it had a whole pile of 3/16 in there, but that's wrong, apparently. What a pain in the neck. Well, let's do this. Might as well use one of these in the 394 case. Might as well install this, because I did. The one thing that did come today was the tensioners. So, why not put that in? I know. Why do I have the plumbing stuff? Because I did some plumbing today. Well, not anything serious. I just unclogged some drains. Man, this is pretty, isn't it? Isn't that nice looking? Put the pawl in. Put the adjuster in. And the adjuster doesn't quite fit. Yeah, it'll be all right. It's close. Close. Closer than I'd like. Take my E-clip here. This should literally just click right in like that. Perfect. And now every time you do this, that Eclip has it held, and that'll never go bad. Don't break it. Yeah, I know. Actually, that's just enough room, so it's not gonna go too far. What do you think? Boy, that's pretty. Anywho, so that's really like the one thing that I had today, and I've been wanting to figure this out for a while because I was like, why is that not quite? Yeah, now I know. So the size on the tensioners is actually 9/64ths, but 5/32 for the Eclipse actually works fine. It's been working fine for me for a long time. That's 3/16. That's 5/32. So what are you guys doing? I was supposed to have off today, but I ended up down at my folks' office finishing up a fairly large case, which was very interesting actually. It turned out really nice. But what are you guys doing? 6 people here. That's a Friday night. Friday night, 6 people here, hanging out, watching me fiddle. Craig, you got any cool projects you're working on? Yeah. Take these darn rubber things and just toss them. Get rid of them. By the way, I did talk to, there was a new guy, actually an arborist site that came on that I happened to talk to about crank tools. And he actually mentioned something very interesting about the, poor James, um, about crank installation when you have seals pre-installed. And I thought it was a really good suggestion. And when I get the crank, we'll go over it. But he was actually suggesting to prevent puckering of the seal that's pre-installed to install an O-ring on the crank to help it guide it over instead of using my Coke can trick. And I thought that was a really nifty idea. I still think that was not it's not ideal. I still think ideally you need to pull the seals, and if you have pre-installed seals, I think the seals need to be out whenever you're installing a crank, really of any kind, and that the seal gets installed after, because it's really the only way to ensure that you don't pucker that lip. But whatever. Yeah. Craig's looking up an ignition lock cylinder for my old 1985 Ford F-250. Okay. Best of luck finding that. 85 isn't that old. You should be able to find that, right? I ordered a pile more stuff from HL Supply today. Lock cylinder broke. I can't get key out. Ugh. What did I order? All kinds of stuff. I gotta finish up this 394 here. All kinds of fresh new goodies. Cost all kinds of money, but oh well. Yeah, Rock Auto is amazing. I like Rock Auto a lot, Craig. I haven't used it in a while because I just haven't been doing automotive stuff in a while. But man, when The nice thing about Rock Auto for me is they have a warehouse right in the Bronx, so I don't ever have to. I never pay for expedited shipping. I just pay for whatever, and often it comes next day because if they ship UPS from the Bronx, it shows up here next day without having to pay extra for expedited shipping. They got all kinds of stuff for reasonable prices. They're not always the cheapest, but they're darn close on most things, and it's a really great one stop shop. What's going on over here? Not much. Yeah, they're. I really like Rock Auto for sure. Um, just think if I have anything else going. Of course, it'd be stupid if I did have a crank sitting around, right? But I don't think I do. I really don't think so. No. I'd really be kicking myself. So just so everybody knows, Larry called dibs on the 394 parts. So he's gonna get those shipped. And what else? Anybody else that needs a 394 or 2 or 3 or whatever, let me know. I'm gonna be finishing them up any day. What else is going on? Almost had the day off. Almost. So close. Tomorrow I'll be off tomorrow and Sunday. I'm gonna be doing some painting tomorrow. Nothing exciting. And I've got parts to wait on. Wish I was doing some exciting stuff for you guys, but I'm not. So I figured we'd come on and talk about the Eclip Madness for a little bit. Does anybody have anything else? Otherwise, I'm just gonna call it a night because I'm cooked. I know. James is just there watching his ankle heal. It'll get better. It will. Sorry, man. All right, we'll call it a night. One of these days, I'll have something more exciting for you guys. I don't know when that crank's gonna get here. That stupid crank. I can't believe. I should look. When you do eBay, just look and make sure it doesn't say extended handling time. Why would a part have an extended handling time of like 4 business days? That doesn't make any sense. Land's sakes. Larry, thanks again. And just let me know when that goes out. And, okay, we'll talk soon, okay? Have a good night, guys. Appreciate it. Be safe, everybody.